It feels good to be back home, but man, am I tired. It was 3, maybe 4 straight days of waking up before 6 o'clock in the morning. So like one of the days was before 5 o'clock, the others were at least 5 o'clock in the morning, and then there wasn't a whole lot of sleep being had in there anyways. A couple naps on Sunday. I wasn't able to pre-produce a video for Monday, so what I did is I decided to go ahead and like show people what the inside of the port keys look like. I think the only 2 that I'm missing are going to be Hagrid's hut and then the Forbidden Forest, so keep that in mind. As I come across those, I will be sure and post those up as well. I do need, speaking of port keys, just one more port key that I'm 1.9 out of 3 Ks from opening, and that is going to be the final Brilliance port key of this event that I've not even finished yet. What do I got going on here? It looks like, oh, I'm gonna place my quaffle, it looks like, which means I just need, was that 7 more of the Triwizards, the Quidditch World Cup, and then I will have my first gold bordered page. None of those so far. But if I go over and look at my events, you will see that I just need the 1 luggage trolley left to go. I wonder why they assign emergencies to these Foundables that can only be released like not in the wild. That's kind of interesting. And speaking of interesting, as I'm gonna walk around this park for today's video and unlock that, I'm gonna show you a couple of tips on how I've gotten pretty proficient at getting the rack spurts out of there. Something that I think is happening is I think Niantic is watching my videos, and I don't think that because I'm arrogant and cocky. I think that because I was told by one of my Discord members about the trick for the oddity runestones, right? Where if you do 2, 2, 2, it didn't always work 2, 2, 2, but the first 2 I think always worked. And if it wasn't the first 2, it was like 3 and 4 always worked. So there was some combination in there, even if I didn't have it exactly right, that I got from one of my Discord members, that it worked. So you'd get the centaur bow or the eggs, and it helped me actually. If I go in and look at my registry once again and slide over to the oddities, you will see that I got all of the centaur bows, and then I also filled out my horned serpent eggs. So it was super helpful for me to get those knocked out. Well, that doesn't work anymore. I've had people reporting my game has crashed 3 times in like the last 2 minutes, not even the last 2 minutes, like the last 90 seconds. And I don't know why it keeps crashing. So let me reload this again. But like now there's no discernible pattern. I've had people come into my Discord and say, hey, I tried that, it didn't work. James over at Wizard News had his idea of what you could do, and it said, hey, that doesn't work. So now it appears to be just completely random again. Additionally, I had another person on my Discord come by and say, hey, you know what? When you look at a nest, within the nest, everything that's not a nest spawn is a medium threat level or higher. Well, when I was in Vancouver, I was noticing that didn't really hold true. And up until that point, it had held true all the time, everything without fail. And I was thinking, well, you know, in Vancouver, it's a downtown area, there's flags everywhere, a lot of things can spawn like just outside of the nest area, but actually look like the little icon on the ground is actually on in the area where the spawn actually isn't. So I gave it the benefit of the doubt. I didn't bring it up, but when I got home, I live within the boundaries of a magical games and sports nest. And students, not the brilliant students, the regular students were spawning within that area, and they're all low threat level. So now it appears that is done, and it's not just because of the students. I've actually noticed other Foundables spawning within the nest that are low threat level. So there we go. Like, I think Niantic is watching, and they're making it more difficult on us. I actually, if it was a bug where the Foundables that were not nest Foundables spawned medium threat level or higher, if that was a bug, that was actually a really good bug for the game, because it made it really beneficial to farm certain areas. If I was in a magical games and sports nest, I knew everything that was spawning around it. I could kind of take a quick look at my inventory and my registry and see what I needed, and it really helped me find the ones and farm the ones that I needed to complete my registry. And it really looks like they've kiboshed that as well. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think? Are you noticing that the Foundables are no longer medium threat level or higher within a nest? And if so, like, that's like, that was a bug that was actually good for the game if it was a bug. So anyway, I've got just over 1K to walk. I'm going to walk that, and I'm going to show you guys how I get the rack spurts out of the Hogwarts Express, because a lot of people are struggling with that even still. And the event ends in just a few hours, so we want to make sure that you get all those taken care of. Now, if you do have 3K port keys that you've picked up, you can still open them, and you will get the luggage trolley up until, well, forever actually, because even if you open them once week 2 starts, they're still going to only open week 1 Foundables. So make sure you clear all that out. And what am I doing for my port keys is, once I clear this one out, I'm going to just use my gold key for the next week until the week 2 of the event starts, and open only what I need and not pick up anything else, even if I have space. That way I'm ready to go for the next round of 3K Brilliant port keys. Ooh, looky what I have here. I have a Fearins. See? Thanks to the people at the last community day who came out, I now know how to say Fearins. I don't remember if I have filled this one out in my registry or not. So we're gonna go with a strong stimulo potion. Tempted, because it's one-handed, to use a dawdle draft, but I'm not going to. Oh yeah, look at that. That's gonna be great for sure. 100% that was great. Now, is it great enough? One hit. One and done. Now, did I already place this? Because I can't remember if I've placed this or not. He looks mad. Like, I just did him a favor, and he's mad, and he, like, show some gratitude, homie. Oh, see, I'd already filled this one out. So 11 of 11. So I haven't finished my 3K yet. I have about a half a K to go. And you know what? I'm in a park, and it was never flagged as a Care of Magical Creatures. But up until today, every time I'd been here, Care of Magical Creatures spawned everywhere. And you know what never spawned here? Brilliant event. Now, like, there's obviously Brilliant events, spawns happening inside the park. There's some happening outside the borders of the park, but they're definitely spawning inside the park as well. And it's not just Care of Magical Creatures, so something is going on with spawns. They've changed something in the code about the way spawn habits are. Very, very interesting. All right, let me knock out the rest of this 3K portmanteau and then get the port key, unlock it, and then I'll show you the tricks how to get the rack spurts. All right, there it is. The last of my port keys that I need to unlock. Let's go to the, oh no. Oh no, I don't know which one it is. But the good news here is that I can just check. So I'm going to, I have my AR Plus turned on. I'm actually going to turn my AR Plus off for this because I don't want to have to move around in order to unlock the port key. If you want to get the full experience, turn your AR Plus on. If you just want to be able to get into the port key and do what you need to do, then turn it off, of course. So what I will do is I will drop that down. That is not where I want it to be, so let's get out of there. So it's not the first one, it's not the second one. Haha, we're in luck. All right, now if you will remember from the previous video I did on these, turn your phone like this in order to get the best view out the window that you can. And what you want to do, and what I do, is when you see where it's going to be on the screen, just put your finger at the back of your screen furthest away, and then just kind of hold your finger there. And that is how I pick those up pretty quickly, because as soon as I see it on the far left of my screen, it's moving to a pace that, oh well, as I flat out miss that, it's a little bit harder when I'm talking to you guys instead of concentrating. But basically what I'll do is I'll just line up my finger on the far right of my screen where I see the rack spurt on the far left of my screen, like this one right here, and I missed it for some reason. It was behind the rail. This has worked out so well when I wasn't on camera, and now that I'm on camera, nothing seems to be going according to plan, because what I had done in the past, this is a total failed attempt, and you gotta love the fact that I'm actually going to leave this in and not edit my struggles out here. But what I had done is basically just lined up my finger in a straight path of where the rack spurt was going to be, and just start tapping the screen relentlessly, and there. See, now it's starting to work again. Yeah, there. Wow, I'm getting a boatload. There's one over that hill there. I don't know if I can get it through the hill. That one did not work. Oh, there. Boom. That actually wasn't that bad because XP and then the fragments are about the best thing that you can get out of there. So I'm going to rank up to level 16 for the challenge, which is going to give me another runestone. Place the image, complete the registry, and that's what this is all about, right? Lots of good things happening right here. Rank up 16, 5 more books, very important, and more than halfway to level 17. And then finally, placing. I have no doubt the students will be utterly delighted to know that their spellbooks and quills have been recovered in time for the first day of classes. You're probably right. And there it is. The next completed page. And then if you look, you can scroll down and you will see. Now here's the crazy thing. Have these always been silver? Maybe they have. Okay, so they've always been silver. That's nothing new. But there you go. Completed registry with about, how many hours left? I have 20 hours left. By the time this video goes up, there will only be like 7 hours left before the event ends. And then you have a week to go before the next event. And one final thing, since I now know, obviously, that Niantic is watching my videos, can we please get some kind of timer to know when dark detectors are going to expire? Yeah, that would work. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts and feelings on flagged areas. Let me know your thoughts and feelings on getting the rack spurts out of these 3K portkey portmanteaus from the Hogwarts Express. That's all I've got for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And until next time.